what does it deliver? Great having all these technical pieces, but what can it give you as a business? The first one I'll focus on there is 24/7 service. It's a really key part today. People do want to deal with you and do want to help themselves out of hours. Even within hours, there are certain things that people want to do for themselves. Actually, I just want to know what my balance is. I just need to know what I need to pay next month. How much have I got left on my account, etc., etc., etc. And again, if they can deal with that themselves 24/7 without the requirement of an agent, the better for everybody. One, the better for the customer. Two, the better for you as a company from a cost-saving perspective, being able to use your resources properly. And sort of three, actually, that drives a visceral response where you do get a better result at the end of it. Next one, maximising engagement. And it's a really key part. You know, people respond better at certain times of day. People respond better with certain openings and certain types of wording, you know, linguistics, as it were. Next one, again, reduced agent handling time. That's a huge win for most of our clients. We find that within literally 2 to 3 months, they're saving between 40 and 60% of their agent time of the things that were the heavy lifting, because you don't start off too complicated. You've got to learn what the journeys are. We will cover that again a little bit as we go through. But again, just simple things like automating the ID&V, pulling out of a statement the key message parts. You know, maybe they've offered a payment, maybe they've offered a date to do that, maybe they've offered this. Pulling that out and giving that to the agent, again, saves them asking questions, makes it a better conversation, etc., etc. Propensity guidance. And this is a really, really key one. People don't always tell the truth. People don't even know sometimes they're going to change their mind, although they're starting to at the back of their thoughts, you know. Oh, well, I'll say I can pay it, or I can probably pay it, and yeah, you know, we can pick those things up on a verbal conversation quite easily, but on digital, where this is really all done over web platforms, so your digital communication platforms, your WhatsApps, I say, and the SMSs and so forth, actually breaking that down and understanding, well, they've made a promise here, but is that promise going to stick? Of course, if the promise is going to stick and you're pretty happy with that, pretty straightforward. Automate the payment on the date of the promise, all goes forward. But if you're not sure, you know, it's probably a good idea to maybe go through an income and expenditure or take that conversation down a different route. But it's very hard to pick that up from textual conversations unless you're very heavily trained, and even then you're going to miss things. So having propensity guidance is AI that looks for all of those patterns. And again, this is where the focus on the financial sort of debt collection side comes in. Through millions of conversations, we've learned what really people are thinking and what they're saying. Improves your outcomes. I won't dwell on that one. It's pretty obvious. If you're doing all of these things and you're speaking to people the way they want to be spoken to, they're picking up because you're doing it at the right time of day for them, your outcomes are going to improve. It's as simple as that. Continuous improvement, a key part. This is where machine learning comes in again. It starts to look at everything that's happened, every utterance, every outcome, and it will continue to improve itself. So next time and next time and next time, you'll get a better result. And again, those improved outcomes will improve again. A lot of improves in there, but I think you know what I'm saying. Hyper-personalisation, big marketing term at the moment. But what this, again, AI enables you to do is really actually pull live data, understand what's being said, and then change the way that you actually speak with that customer using the things they've said, understand the things they've said, and then maybe giving it back in a different way to somebody else. Often say this is some people are what I call bullet point people, and other people are verbose people. They like the detail. You know, they'll ask one question and a sub question and a sub question. I've mentioned that a few times on these webinars, but it's so true. By making it, you know, personal and the way you want to do it, again, that visceral side kicks in and your outcomes will improve. The last one, mentioned already, is live data. Having access to live data is key because things change all the time. So that single version of the truth, what's the latest you know, situation with that account? Should I change it? You know, you may have sent something out, they've paid it some other way, automatically a message goes out saying, we've noticed, please ignore this, we've noticed your payment's gone through, etc. Again, putting that in. But on the more simple side, that is where actually you might want to check information for somebody, having that live access to maybe what their current balance is, live access to their security details, so that when you do an ID&V, again, it can check that and so forth.